it's Aman from India, that foreign exchange guy. I wonder if he's circumcised. I always want to try a sea cucumber. Ew.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ajay and Nathan Discuss Movies, the show where we discuss movies, both old and new. Today, blast from the past, we got a movie that came out in 2009. It was not very well received, unfortunately, when it came back in the day.
Hey guys, Tim and Eric here, and we're going to be talking to you today about Jennifer's Body. So let's talk about these two hot high school girls, shall we?
Yes, shall we?
Megan Fox, Amanda Seyfried.
I'm going to give it 2.5 stars, and that's based purely on the hotness factor of the two leading ladies and Diablo Cody's one-liners.
But I think, as of right now, it has a massive and well-deserved cult following. And Ajay, what is that movie that we are going to talk about?
Jennifer's Body.
Jennifer's Body, starring Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox, directed by Karyn Kusama, one of those names. But Ajay, can you tell us what Jennifer's Body is about?
Written by Diablo Cody. Jennifer's Body stars Megan Fox as Jennifer Check. She is the it girl of the high school, or we think. And she goes to see this band called Low Shoulder.
Yes. Yes. Adam Brody.
With frontman Adam Brody of the OC, I think. Of the OC. Maybe Veronica Mars, I'm not so sure. But they go into this bar, and the bar is caught on fire, and Jennifer Check is with the band to seek refuge. And strange things happen because Amanda Seyfried, her friend, I think her name is
Needy.
Yeah, Needy, discovers that she's a little bit on the kooky side. You know,
something's different.
She sees her with all this blood, and there is disappearances of people. People are caught dead at this high school, and craziness ensues from there.
Yeah, I think Amanda Seyfried sums up the movie pretty succinctly in like the opening 10 minutes. She's like, "Hell hath no fury like a teenage girl."
Hell is a teenage girl.
And that's what the whole movie is. And Ajay, what are your thoughts on Jennifer's Body?
So I do like it. I do like it a lot. I watch it at least like once a year, I'd say. So it's like It's a Wonderful Life for me, but for Halloween. I'd say.
Halloween, yeah, no, it's a good Halloween watch.
It's a good Halloween watch. Having said all that, I will say I understand why people aren't as receptive to this film. Because when people are saying, "Oh, it got like divisive ratings," and people were not that much into the movie when it was first released, I can understand that.
Okay.
I can understand why people wouldn't necessarily enjoy this film. However, I think the chemistry between the leads was amazing, between Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox. I'm not just referring to that scene in the middle of the movie where they're making some sweet love. I'm not referring to that. But what I am referring to is the leads are great. I think there are some great performances in this movie. Gallner is absolutely
in the movie.
Hilarious. He plays like the American Idiot version of Billy Joel Armstrong.
Yeah, no, he's playing Goth Boy. Yeah.
I thought he was great in this movie. Overall, it's a movie that I think hinges on the performances, and I thought Megan Fox did amazing. This is easily her best role in her career. Amanda Seyfried, I thought, did serviceable enough for this role as well. Yeah. Great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack.
Soundtrack's so good.
Love Through the Trees, man.
They just keep playing it. It gets so funny each and every time they play it.
We're all so young. We're all so hot. I was like, oh, this guy's insufferable, dude.
There's so many of us. We're all so cute.
But yeah, I like this film a lot. How about you?
I absolutely love Jennifer's Body. It's such a great movie. I think it is so funny. I think it's just the vibes off the charts on the vibes. I find Diablo Cody's writing the script, I just find it so funny and so endearing. And like you said, I think the entire movie hinges on the central performances. Even if you took out the horror aspects of the movie, I think it still works as kind of like this examination of like kind of like a toxic friendship. And yeah, their chemistry is really fantastic throughout the entire thing. They have a great dynamic. Both Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox are just so funny. Megan Fox is so funny in the movie.
Yeah.
Like her delivery of lines is so great. Like, I've got a DVD of Aquamarine. It's about a girl who's like half sushi.
Wait, Colin. Why don't you just come by my place tonight? I just got Aquamarine on DVD. It's about this girl who's like half sushi. I guess she has sex through a blowhole or something.
She's so funny. She's so great.
There's that line in the bar when like a guy's trying to flirt with her. He's like, he thinks he has a chance with me, and that's why he's in.
Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer. You look really pretty.
What up, Craig? He thinks he's cute enough for me, and that's why he's in math.
Yeah, this really is a movie from like 2009.
We'll blur out the swear. That
Yeah, no,
we'll admit
you
that.
won't.
Yes, I will. I promise that.
It's so great. I love it. I think all the performances are great. So many like actors like you don't expect to be in the movie. Like you said, Kyle Gallner, J.K. Simmons shows up.
Chris
Pratt is there playing the role he was born to play.
Republican.
A cop. Adam Brody as like the lead singer of like this god awful like boy band. He's so just like horrible but so like funny. Like you very much like love to hate him. Like the entire band, they just look like the worst people.
Yeah.
And I mean they are, but like just the way they look is so funny.
I mean, obviously the band tries to sacrifice a virgin. And like apparently they think that if they want to make it big, they have to sacrifice a virgin
To Satan.
to Satan.
Makes sense.
So
Makes
they,
sense to me.
So they try to sacrifice Megan Fox's character, Jennifer Check.
Yeah.
And there's this line of dialogue in which Adam Brody says, where he's like, "You want to be Maroon 5?"
I don't know if we should go through with this. Dirk. Do you want to work at Moose Hoof Coffee forever? I don't, okay? Do you want to be a big loser, or do you want to be rich and awesome like that guy from Maroon 5?
I was like,
You want to keep selling coffee, or do you want to be famous like the guy from Maroon 5? And like one of the band members is like, Maroon 5.
they only have one good album. I'm sorry. Maroon 5 only has songs about Jane. Every other album that Maroon 5 has released has been complete crap to absolute crap. Songs About Jane is the only album that's worth checking out from Maroon 5. I don't know why this band wants to be Maroon 5. But anyways,
Dang.
Back to the film.
Yes, Jennifer's Body.
It's a fun watch.
It's so much fun. I love that it has this cult following, because I think at the time I watched, because like you watch this on like Hulu, you can like see the trailer for the movie, and it's such like a mid 2000s like trailer. It's just like every girl wants to be her friend and every guy wants her, and it's like this like horrible like heavy metal music, and the entire trailer is just like, look how hot Megan Fox is, she's so hot, and it's really like all the trailers trying to sell the movie on, when I think like the movie has a lot more substance to it. Like I said, it's very much the main focus is like this relationship between Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried, and like this kind of toxic friendship that is more like give than it is take. And I think on another level, the movie puts a lot of focus on like small town tragedy, and like how like a media cycle kind of like attaches itself, because like the inciting incident of the movie is like this big fire that kills a bunch of people during the Low Shoulder concerts.
Yeah, which it takes Amanda Seyfried like a full minute before she does anything about it.
Yeah, no, everyone's just kind of dying horribly in this fire before they run out. Yeah. But and then like a big through line of the movie is like there's the fire, and then there's all these murders that are occurring, and kind of a big focus is kind of like this small town being like used for like media fire, and being used for like this band's like their clout, because like they're constantly just like, we love Devil's Lake, just like they're the real heroes here.
We're maintaining, man. It's not easy, but you know, the real heroes are the people of Devil's Lake.
It's such a fun angle to attack this movie from.
Yeah, there's a lot of social commentary attached to this film. And you mentioned the fact that in the trailer they kept mentioning, like, Megan Fox is hot.
Yeah.
Apparently that was an issue because Diablo, Cody, and Megan Fox actually sat down for an interview.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Like,
watched that too.
And they mentioned how in screenings, like, some of the biggest issues were, like, not enough cleavage.
Somebody was mentioning that at a test screening or you had a test group and somebody was like, it needs more boobs.
I still have the card. So there was a test screening that a kid wrote. They said, what would you improve about this film? And the kid wrote, needs more boobs, and spelled boobs BEWBS.
They were dismayed that wasn't, that people took the wrong things away from this film.
Yeah. No, it's such a shame, but like again, over time, like people have discovered the movie and have found that there's so much more happening in the film, and like I love the resurgence it's gotten. I think was it recently it had like what, it's like 15-year like release anniversary? Maybe
It's on Criterion.
It's on You're damn right it's on Criterion.
Yeah.
This is where it all happens, huh? I went to a film school to speak, and some guy there was dressed the way I was dressed in my closet video. He came in a maroon hoodie and a House t-shirt. This is how much I like that movie. And he went like this. So that is why I'm dressed very nondescript, because that kind of scared the shit out of me. No.
Deserves to be there.
Again, there's so many quotable lines in this movie as well.
Yeah, no, I love the dialogue of this movie because it's this weird mix between like very dated and like I guess it's kind of aged well also in like this weird roundabout way, because I think like every like teenage generation has their horrible, god-awful like slang.
Yeah.
And like so much of the movie is those lines, just like there's one of the opening scenes is like Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox being friends, and like one girl leans down to Amanda Seyfried just like, you guys are like lesbi gay.
We're totally lesbi gay.
What? She's my best friend.
It's just like, what does that gibberish mean? It's just so funny and so many great comedic performances, especially by Megan Fox. I think the standout scene of the movie is, I guess we're kind of into spoilers, but like
we're past the 10 minutes.
The movie's so old, like go watch it if you haven't seen it already. But my favorite scene in the movie is like when she is sacrificed by the boy band, because it's able to sell like the fear of that scene, Megan Fox's performance, because she's so like scared and just like stricken, and just like she's like begging them not to hurt her. It's such a good performance, and then it's counteracted by Adam Brody like singing 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 9 before Stephen. He's just like being such a sleazy prick, and he's like there's so many boy bands and we're all so cute, and just like the only way to make it big is to deal with Satan.
Which, I mean, again, the lines are great. There's like this one line where one of the radio announcers is on the radio while Amanda Seyfried's in the kitchen, and he's like, "That's rock and roll with conscience, ladies and gentlemen." I was like, "Whoa."
That's rock and roll with a conscience, ladies and gentlemen.
It all goes back to the soundtrack as well. I mean, Haley Williams was on it.
All-time low. Panic at the Disco. It's got everything.
Yeah, it's got everything you want for 2000s pop punk.
Yeah,
starter pack.
And then the song that they have for the movie that just constantly plays through the trees. It's such an earworm, such a horrible song that I love.
Yeah. It's a really bad song.
It's so,
but it stays in your head.
But like every time it shows up, it's like as a punchline. Like Amanda Seyfried goes through like some traumatic experience and then ends up in her car, and then you just hear the radio through the trees.
There's that scene in which they're at the bar, and before he starts singing, he like spits out his gum.
It's just.
And then starts. It's like that's the most douchey move I've ever seen in my life.
Such a huge douchebag.
How do you feel about J.K. Simmons in this movie?
J.K. Simmons, he's so fun. Like when he shows up, it's just like it just cuts to him in the classroom, and is like his character is like he's got like a burn scar on his neck. He's got this horrible like wig. He's got a claw for a hand. He's overweight. There's just so much happening, and it just hard cuts to him, and he's like, okay kids, I know we're all having a horrible time. I know we're all very sad. We've lost our dear Spanish teacher, Senorita Erickson. Prompts Megan Fox to be like, oh my god, Erickson ate shit.
We lost 8 precious students, including Ahmed from India, several parents, and our beloved Spanish teacher, Senorita Erickson.
No way, Erickson ate shit?
Yeah.
It's so funny, but like, yeah, no, he just periodically shows up throughout the movie, and he's just so looks and sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love when like Jennifer is murdering the like football kid in the forest, and like you hear his screams, and then you just hear J.K. Simmons getting. He's like, let it all out, kids. Let it all out. Such a ridiculous performance.
I felt like the best performance in this movie was actually Kyle Gallner's mom.
Really? Oh,
Kyle Gallner's mom. She had like a line of dialogue when they were at the funeral, and all the goth kids were like, he's with the birdies, you know, he's out there freewheeling. And his mom is like, no, he died. I saw the autopsy. He looked like lasagna.
Lasagna with teeth. Yeah, no.
He's in this overpriced box. I felt like that was a really good performance by her.
Yeah, no.
Despite her being on screen for like less than 30 seconds.
For a single minute. Yeah, no, it's so great. Just, I loved, and like Megan Fox, again, like, I can't say enough good things about Megan Fox in this movie. It's a shame that she didn't do any movies after or any movies before. This is the only movie Megan Fox has ever been in.
Yeah, Megan Fox was great. Amanda Seyfried was great. I think even the boyfriend of Lydia... No, not Lydia. The Amanda Seyfried's character.
Yeah, Amanda Seyfried, Needy. Yeah,
Needy.
her boyfriend. His character is just like so like aloof and just he's just like dumb teenage boy, and he's like
he's sweet. He's a sweet,
innocent
guy.
He's a sweet guy. I love the scene where like they're having sex and like Amanda Seyfried is having like visions of like these horrible murders, and just she's like, oh no, and the entire time he's like, wait, what's wrong?
Am I killing?
He's like, am I too big?
Not hurting you? Am I too big?
So, I think that actor's name is like Johnny Simmons.
Yeah, Johnny Simmons.
I think he's like the dude shows up in just like every like teen movie. He plays a high schooler so well. He has so many great lines where she's like, you can't go to the dance. He's like, why? But I bought a corsage and it was like $12.
Well, what about the dance?
Who cares about the goddamn dance, Chip?
I do. I ordered your corsage. It's an orchid. It was like $12.
Yeah, this movie played itself up really well.
Yeah, no,
it's still being like a pretty good movie that deals with social commentary and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's this moment where they're trying to do that ritual where the Adam Brody's character was like, if you don't get on Letterman or some R-worded soundtrack, you're screwed. And I felt like that was a direct reference to the movie.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to make it as an indie band these days? There's so many of us. We're all so cute, and it's like if you don't get on Letterman or some soundtrack, you're screwed. Okay? Satan is our only hope.
And it's just like this horrible like pop punk indie band, and then the soundtrack is filled with like pop punk indie band.
Did you know that this movie was named after the song by Hole? So
I did
on
not.
Hole's first album, Live Through This, which was obviously made by Courtney Love and company, there's a song called Jennifer's Body.
Oh wow. I mean, I know they have like a Courtney Love song like at the end that plays through the credits, but I did not know that connection.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
So that's a little bit of trivia for you guys. If you guys didn't already know, Hole's actually a pretty good band. Their album "Live Through" is pretty good.
Yeah, no, I love the song that they play at the end. That's just a great song.
The songs are great. Even the All-Time Low song was pretty good.
No, it was good. Even the Low Shoulders.
Yeah.
The fact that Low Shoulder feels like such a real band.
Yeah.
It's insane. Also, there's this weird, I'm not sure, did you notice like this weird cameo at the very end of the movie? Like at the very tail end, like when she's hitchhiking.
Yeah.
To like go kill Low Shoulder. She gets picked up by Lance Henriksen from Aliens.
Really?
That's the guy who picks her. It's so weird. Like, I'm just watching. I'm like, oh, okay. Hi, Lance Henriksen. What are you doing here? He's just like, Liren just like, where are you going, sweetheart? It's just so weird. So much of the movie feels so random.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was no Stephanie Meyer cameo in this movie.
No, unfortunately not.
No.
What a shame.
Unfortunately not.
Here's your veggie plate, Stephanie.
But yeah, I enjoy this movie. And again, I can understand why people don't like it.
Yeah, I get why people wouldn't like it. But at the same time, it's like, you're boring if you don't like it. You might be a boring person. No offense.
Back to the movie. I think one of the reasons why I think this movie has stuck so long is that despite the dated dialogue, despite the dated references, I do think that there is a little bit of truth to the movie.
Yeah.
Where this this movie does have a mostly female fan base. And I think they see a lot of like parallels between this movie and their lives.
Yeah,
where it's a constant sort of struggle with competing against other women, holding up to unrealistic beauty standards. All of that can be really found and explored within this movie.
Yeah, no, and again, it also ties back to the movie we talked about previously, The Substance. Both those movies are kind of like about those, both are about kind of like these toxic kind of relationships. One is about like an internally like toxic relationship, the other is about a between two people. And I love the ending of Jennifer's Body, where like kind of the way she defeats the Jennifer demon is like by like ripping off her like BFF necklace.
Her friendship necklace, yeah.
Yeah, no, and that kind of like, you can see it on Megan's face. That's kind of like the shock to her, is not that you are trying to murder me with a box cutter right now. It's, oh, you don't want to be my friend anymore. And that's kind of, that kind of hits, I think, like emotionally for the movie, because like as like tumultuous their relationship is, there is like, they do seem to really care for each other, but like Megan seems to only do like a lot of stuff to Needy like out of spite. She only murders Colin because Needy thinks she's cool. I think that's such a signifier of like kind of what their relationship is.
Yeah, all the people that she killed besides the football player were like friends of Needy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like murders her boyfriend. Chip is his name.
Yeah.
Justice for my man Chip.
Yeah, I liked him when he started playing Panic at the Disco's New Perspective in his home. With the wrong director, this film can fall flat on its face.
Yeah,
but I think the director understood the tongue-in-cheek role that she had to play while hamming up this movie.
Knew how to elevate Diablo Cody's material and like how to work with that,
but still giving a solid film.
Yeah,
So overall, Jennifer's Body is a great film.
Great film. Wonderful movie.
We suggest you guys watch.
Love it so much.
Yeah.
Great for the Halloween season.
Great for the spirit of Halloween season.
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah. It's good for that. So go watch Jennifer's Body if you haven't watched it before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on Hulu if you have one of the 900 streaming services.
Yeah.
You can watch it easily.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's not my favorite Halloween movie.
No.
I would be lying to you if I said it was. But overall, I think the performances were great. The soundtrack was amazing. The death scenes were great as well.
Oh, yeah. A lot of violence and gore. We barely touched upon the horror aspects of the movie, but it feels like the movie's more focused on like the more emotional, character-centric stuff, and the horror aspects are just like a nice little like garnish over the movie to give it an added like layer of personality.
Yeah. And those are our thoughts on Jennifer's Body.
On Jennifer's Body.
So go watch it.
Go watch Jennifer's Body.
And I think that's it
That's
for
it for
us.
us.
We'll probably omit the story.
Yeah. Not okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Rank these Megan Fox movies from best to worst. Transformers, Jennifer's Body, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Expendables 4.
Jennifer's Body, I would rank that in just as a GOAT movie in general.